Hello, so I am Ouija the Flower, aka Bethany, aka the Flower, aka Ivy Thorn. I go by a lot of names, but this is going to be my second video. It's been about 2 months since my very first video, where I was leaving Louisville and planning to go to Sacramento. So I am now here in Sacramento, and you guys, when I believe how much has happened. Um, I really have gotten to believe in the power that we have in manifesting and getting what we want out of life just by being focused on it and really believing that it's ours and really going for it. Not just in action, but just in your soul, like committing to it. So just to outline, I got my little paper. Don't judge me, because it's so much. I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss anything. So just bear with me and I will give you an update. And it's not just, for me, just to see my progress, but it's also for everybody that is struggling because in my other video, y'all, I was broke. Like broke. And right now I'm still, I ain't rich, but I'm in a better place and I'm going towards what I really want to do instead of like a 9 to 5, which I really hated and I just couldn't do it. And so I'm glad that there was a tower moment in my life. Anybody that knows about tarot, I had a tower moment in my last video. So now I'm in a better place here in Sacramento. And so I'm going to go through an outline of what's been going on. So the whole thing of coming here was because I hadn't been on my medication and I had made a mistake of not taking my medication. And I was just kind of in a bad place mentally and emotionally because the medicine was running out of my system and my thinking just wasn't right and I just couldn't focus and things just weren't right. So, and it was going to take about 2 months for me to get seen in Louisville. It takes so long for you to get seen, and that's a big problem in Louisville, Kentucky. People that are dealing with mental health issues, it takes so long to get to the doctor. So many people are in there. They need more doctors to be able to see all these people. But anyway, I got a chance to leave there and come here to Sacramento where they saw me like the next day. It's like same day. So I came up here, started back on medicine, Seroquel and Wellbutrin, and it was so hard at first because it did take about a week to get on my medicine. But when I got here, I've been here before. I lived here before about 5 years ago, and so I'm back in my old room, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't have any medication. Okay. And so I was just like, oh my God. But when I get here, there's an old bottle of my medication that's years old that kind of balanced me until I got to my medication. And that was nothing but the goddess, I swear, because I really needed that. So back on the medication. And so I started to get to a place where I'm like, okay, I'm here to do music. I'm here to pursue music. I'm here to do the impossible, to pursue my music, to pursue, what I want to do in my life. So I was just thinking, okay, what am I supposed to do? How do I start this? None of my music is out there, y'all. I don't have any videos really where I'm singing. There's none of my music out there. There's Spotify, none of that. Like I'm not really a known artist. And so it's kind of difficult and impossible for labels to want to sign you if they don't see you already out there doing stuff. So I already had that problem and I was a little overwhelmed, like, oh, what am I gonna do? So little voice, told me to post on Craigslist a picture and, a little thing, a song and, see the response you get. And part of me was just like, Craigslist? That ain't got, because that's tacky. I just kept thinking, like, that's so tacky, right? I did not want to do that, but I did it. And I got a response from somebody known as Uncle Funky from Blast Jam, okay? If y'all know Blast Jam, they do great music, and I really love them. But he got in contact with me. He was like the only guy to answer my ad. And I put it in 3 different cities, y'all. 3 different cities. And he was like the only one to answer. Okay. I didn't think this guy was real. I'm just like, this can't be the real thing. This guy is just a Craigslist creeper, blah, blah, blah. He's going to be on some bull, blah, blah, blah. So he's saying in his email, oh, hi, I like your music. I like what you're doing. And all these links to show that he's legit, that this is who he is, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, maybe. Let me just all right, guys, let me just do this and go through this and just trust, because this is all about trust for me. Trust in the universe, trust in myself, trust in the process. So I'm like, okay, let me trust the process. So I'm talking to this guy, and he's like, well, you need this, you need that. And so everything that he told me to do, I did. Because I believe that he was sent to me from the divine to help me with my mission. This is my goal. This is my mission. Okay. So in the midst of that, I copyright my music, and he makes me 3 digital submission videos out of my songs and like his own creative, whatever he did on his computer for free. I don't even know this guy. We never met, nothing. Then he sends it in to his label, which is Milan, Italy, RCA Records. Sent it to them, and they liked it. And now I'm right now at this moment, only 2 months later from not knowing what the heck I'm gonna do, I'm negotiating with a record label about to be an international artist. That is insane. You cannot tell me that if you don't focus on something and pray on it, to your God, goddess, angels, whatever, it is possible for anything to happen. So, what else? Oh, I didn't even get to tell you guys. So, other than music, I want to do a nonprofit. And so I got all that taken care of. I got my EIN number. I got it registered with Secretary of State in Kentucky. It's going to be a shelter called Fresh Dirt Incorporated, and it's going to be a lot of different programs. The first program is going to be a shelter. So that's another thing that I did not have before. I left Louisville. That's another big thing that, if you want to help the community, God and the angels and good energy and everything will get behind you. You don't have to worry about, how I'm going to do this. I don't have any money, blah, blah, blah. You just have to do it. It's scary, but that's the point. The point is to get past the fear and believe that, if you really do believe this is what you're supposed to do, there is something out there that will help you, people, spirits, whatever. So that's another good thing, getting that taken care of. What else? So I don't know if I should do this in this video or if I should just make a whole video about it. But I do want to get to a part where I talk about my mental illness that I have been diagnosed with. I have 2, bipolar and borderline personality disorder, and I struggle with them both. And anybody that knows anything about that, y'all know the struggle is real. And if you don't know it, educate yourself. It's a lot of people out in the world that deal with it. It's just something that happens. It's crazy. It just really makes you feel every day like you're starting over, like you don't really know what you want to do with your life. You don't really know, anything. And then with depression on top of it, oh my God, it can be difficult. So that's why I take Wellbutrin and Seroquel, because it helps me kind of get out of my funk enough to live a somewhat functional life. There's a lot of people that deal with this. Oh my God. Like, talk to somebody that has a mental illness or emotional illness, and they'll tell you, like, it's hard out here for a pimp. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. On top of everything else that makes being a human being living on earth hard, mental illness and stuff on top of that, that's just like, y'all don't understand. Okay. But I just wanted to do this update. It has been so hard, y'all, to do this update because I don't really know what's going to happen. I want the best and I wish for the best, and things are looking good, but who knows? Something can just, and I'll be back at square one. But I'm going to be here telling y'all something happened and I'm back at square one. And hopefully I'm